All this Backtrack traffic, Foxtrot Zulu 0 Zulu positioning to immediate departure. Disbury traffic.
Okay, we're going to some place called Wetaskiwin. Apparently they've got a little museum there. There's a couple guys meeting me there already. And we'll see how this goes. Hope we have fun. Got positive climb, gears coming up. Well, suction cups really sucked. Unfortunately, it fell off. It's what happens when you buy cheap stuff. I guess got to fly the plane, so we'll take care of that later.
Old Disbury traffic, Foxtrot Zulu, Sierra Zulu, leaving to the northeast.
So everything's in the green. My buddies are already supposed to be out there. Nice day. Decided to go flying with a few guys. Hopefully this will go nice and smooth. I've never been to this airport, 3,800 feet. Should all be fine, I'm sure. So I've always got to watch the temps on this plane due to climb out. She's so tightly cowled that if you stay on the ground too long, it'll heat up quite quickly. And it is a warm day today. So normally what happens is we take off, reach altitude, certain point, reduce the RPM down to about 2,200 once we hit a basic altitude. Let the temps come down in the high 300s and then go on with cruise. Sounds complicated, but it's actually quite simple. Takes a few minutes most of the time. And as usual, it gets a little bumpy. It's currently around 10-ish in the morning, almost 11. So normal stuff. Clouds are forming. So take a little flight, work out the new cameras, make sure everything works well. All my numbers seem to be in the green, everything is good. Radio's on, I'm on route frequency. So the plane has no autopilot. I hand fly it. The idea is I've got about, I don't know, 68 hours on it. I've been hand flying it, and I kind of like to do so for at least 100 or 200 hours.
Traffic in the Longview area, Cessna 172, Foxtrot India Hotel, currently 5 miles west of Longview. I'm going to do some air work here for the next 15 minutes, 7,500 and below. Longview area traffic, India Hotel.
Traffic en route from Hanna Airport to Radier Airport. This is Cessna 172, Golf Papa Quebec, currently at 4,500 feet. 8 nautical miles northwest of Hanna Airport, heading west and back to Radier Airport, Golf Papa Quebec. Traffic en route from Hanna to Radier.
Traffic in the vicinity of Gillen, Alberta, Satabria, Golf Whiskey Charlie. We're 4,500 southbound now for Vulcan. Conflict, Golf Whiskey Charlie, and we're 2.5 to the southeast of Dublin at this time.
Traffic, Cessna 162, Echo Juliet X-ray. After go directly over the town of Leicester,
Could really use an autopilot right now. I know I just said I wouldn't get one, but I could really use one. Keeps the wings level and on direction. So Red Deer's to our northwest over here. So we're keeping clear. We're about 10 miles out to the east.
126.7 copy, Cessna 182, currently 5 miles south of Killam, 3,200 south miles per kilometer, 126.7, Yankee for an X-ray in the Killam area.
There are a lot of students around here, so you always got to keep an eye out. You know, transponders aren't on most of the time for some reason, but because Red Deer is off to our west over here, we do have to keep an eye out all the time, constantly, especially when the clouds are getting slightly lower. We want to keep an eye out as they would be going much higher than this.
Fast traffic, Foxtrot Zulu, Sierra Zulu, southeast of the field, about 5 minutes out. We'll be joining in for a left downwind for you all.
Tasman traffic, Bravo Sierra Golf is overhead the field, going to be turning left downwind 30. Tasman traffic, Bravo Sierra Golf, turning left base, or 30 full stop.
With traffic, I'd say we're just to the east of Millet at 4,000 feet, just westbound towards Millet, just north of Tasman here, with Tasman X-ray. And with Tasman traffic, Golf Kilo Papa is down and clear at 32 miles southwest of Millet.
Tasman traffic, Zulu Sierra Zulu will be joining left downwind from the west of the field.
And Sierra Golf just doing the 180 on the runway, going to be exiting Bravo.
Tasking traffic, Zulu Sierra Zulu, left downwind 30, full stop.
Put our gears down under 120. Field is right to our left. .110, we can put our flaps down.
Tasking Zulu Sierra Zulu base, 30 full stop.
And we're Tasking traffic, Hotel X-ray is just 3 miles to the north, just south of Millet here. We're going to fly southbound towards the Taskin for a full stop. Hotel X-ray currently at 4,500 feet.
Tasking traffic, system 172, Foxtrot, Sierra November Bravo. We're on the main apron, taxiing Delta Alpha, holding short 30.
Tasking traffic, Zulu Sierra Zulu turning final, 30 full stop.
Tasking traffic, Sierra November Bravo, backtracking 30, right turn departure.
Tasking traffic, Zulu Sierra Zulu, backtracking 30. We'll exit on Charlie.
Time to go back home.
Well, had a nice little visit. Didn't get to go see the museum. We're running out of time. We delayed a bit leaving in the morning. And of course we go back, more bumps, lots of bumps here. I am a VFR pilot. Some of you know that already. So I stick below the clouds most of the time. If there would be a need, absolutely I'd go over, but my buddy had his Mooney, so had we ended up with IFR, which it's not, it's a nice day, he would have given me a ride back and we would have come back and pick up the plane tomorrow. Such is the life of a VFR pilot. Not sure if you can see this, but there's a tiny little light here that I've got on the transfer on this plane. I've set it up with an automatic transfer pump, so I can reload from the wings off into the header tank. There's about 11 gallons, except for 1 ounce that's usable on the header tank. I've also got, I'm not sure if you can see it, there's a large red light here that if that big bright red light comes on steady, because it does come on during bumps, but if that big red light comes on steady, I've got 30 minutes of fuel. I've also got fuel indicator on the EFIS. I was full when I left this morning, so we should have plenty of fuel. Normally we get about 5 hours of flight on the plane, and I never fly more than about 3 hours at a time. My old back can't take it. That's what happens when we get old, guys. And anyone calling me old man, this is your future.
See you next time on HUD-Pilot. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, like and subscribe.